Okay, so welcome guys. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Just need to have some few things set up so that the questions are running in the order that we have stated they would. I want to, if you allow me a moment or two, just to go to. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. All right. Yes, please. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. That's the only option. Yes, you got on visa. There is no break, there's no break. Just putting us to begin chatting and just as much as possible. So the family knows that they need to get a card in Yeah, so let me send you a number. Let's talk somebody directly. But then the main thing is this all the facilities that we have right now. Assist you with something I'm doing right now with the public. I'm not able to communicate much, but I will just talk to our chief nurse about it currently. And then it's important that the start process and process that is going to work. My apologies for that. Sorry about that, guys. I want to go out and just check what we're asking for, and I want, if you allow me, for some reason today I'm not able to make some small changes on my stream that will allow me to just mute for one moment, which is exactly what I want to do, and make a phone call. So I'm muting deliberately. Please allow me to make this, to mute this, and ask for something that will help me out on my stream. Okay, so I'm just going to do that just now. Uh, so we're going to start shortly, even as I wait for a few people to join. I'm going to get a few um, updates, and then Okay, so yeah, that's the first thing that I'm just adding this so that we are able to start up. Now, so we're in the middle of a really big COVID-19 surge, and it's not showing in the numbers because I see just today we had about 740 COVID-19 cases reported. But even now, as I was starting the stream, I got a call from a colleague of mine who tells me that they're not able to get a bed. And this is the second call I'm getting in the last 1 hour asking for an ICU bed. And that's the situation. A client today was to be admitted to ICU HD earlier on. I think the progression had been pretty fast. They didn't think it was quite serious. And then a couple of hours later, they were looking for the same bed that was available in the day, and that bed is no longer available. And so now it's a question of beginning to look for a bed, and that's going to be a really serious problem to try and get that. So I'm going to allow just prepare something to allow us to be able to ask questions directly. Allow me to just uh, finalize one or two things on the stream window, and even as that works, we okay. So my streams are not. Okay, I see a bit of a problem. We may have to restart the stream because it seems as if the titles are not updated. So I have to update the title. One moment. One moment, please. Uh, Okay. Okay. So this is. hmm, Okay. So I think that is updated, and what I'm going to do is just check what's happening on the stream. We do if the title is updated. My apologies for this. And what I have to do then is to stop this current stream, and I'm going to start. Okay, so something is still not working. I need to get my. Okay, so something is still not working. I need to get my. What I need to. Sorry, I've had a bit of a small technical challenge today. I had earlier on. quite um, some ability to set up something different, but I haven't done that in a long time to enable the chat so that I could keep the promise that I had made, which is to answer some of the chat questions that would come. Unfortunately, this means that I may have to look for a different way to make this work, and I may just have found one. And let me just see if this is going to work. Just going to add one source on this and add browser, add existing. Sorry, I've had a bit of a small technical challenge. So yeah, great. So if you go head over to my YouTube, you should be able to find a link there, and let's transition that so that eventually anything that you're going to ask me, you should be able to see it within the chat, and within the chat, then we can go ahead and answer that. So what I'm going to do is just check one more time that the chat that we are working with is uh, what is live. Just check that and copy. After copying that, then I will paste it in the stream. Just want to check whether this will work. Actually, it is the right thing. So I think it's going to paste live. I can see Ian Murara has posted saying hello, and there are two ways to sort of address that, which I'm just going to confirm shortly, and we can proceed if everything is spot on. I think it is. Fair enough. So yeah, we can go ahead and start. So I'm seeing Ian Murara has commented. Thank you, Ian. I think what can I say? Um, then I will paste it in the stream. Just want to check whether this will work. Actually, it is the right thing. So I think it's going to paste live. I can see Ian Murara has posted saying hello. And okay, so what we can do, sort of address that, which I'm just going to confirm shortly. Visible. I'm just doing something in the background. I'm looking for questions primarily on the YouTube link, which I'm going to share. And unfortunately, the title hasn't updated appropriately. This is partly why I suspect people are not able to ask me the questions they're supposed to ask, because the title is reading wrong. So otherwise, I would be able to respond. So Ian Murara, thank you very much. I've had your greeting, and I think it's now showing live as it's supposed to. The only problem is that I am not. It's still reading this as day 12 after as AstraZeneca, which is really not what I'm doing at all. I'm doing something completely different. So let me just check. This is meant to be a QA session. Unfortunately, I don't seem able to adjust the titles. I'm using restream.io, and for some reason it's not working the way I had in mind. I'm not sure whether this could be because I'm using a similar title. I will try one last time to change that a little bit. And then okay, so fair enough. I'll just head up to this place and just post the link. Fair enough. I'll just head up to this place and just post. So let me just check. This is meant to be a QA session. Unfortunately, I don't seem able to adjust the. This is meant to be titles. I'm using restream.io, and for some reason, it's not working the way I had in mind. I'm not sure whether this could be because I'm using a similar title. I will try one last time. Okay. So I'm not sure. So far, I was hoping to get a few questions which are not forthcoming. So maybe what I will then do is give an update very brief on today. As you can hear, I have a bit of a sore throat, and my voice isn't exactly what it always is. Could be the vaccine. I had a bit of a sore throat earlier, so maybe not. But by and large, in terms of any severe symptoms, there's pretty much none. The pain that was on the arm is gone. The fever is completely gone. I'm actually myself, with the exception of this hoarseness of the voice. Again, this vaccine is a viral vector vaccine, which really shouldn't be much of an issue. There are discussions around it causing clots. This is the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. And currently, I think the European Medical, is it the association, BMA, has, its authority, not association, has given an update saying that the vaccine can be used, and so has the World Health Organization. And so none of the things that were raised before have turned out to be material in terms of scientific basis, and the countries that had suspended the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine seem to have come back on board. And again, I want to mention something that's quite serious. Just today, I've had a number of calls asking for ICU beds that I don't have. And this is the same situation all over. It's very strange that in society today, we cannot see this showing or playing out on media. In fact, we had lots of panic in March of last year with regards to COVID-19, but it's March of 2021 in Kenya where the panic should be real. We don't have it yet, but we should, because the number of cases, this second or third wave is what everyone is calling it now, but in reality, it could just be the second wave, seem to be bigger than the first one. The impact is significant, the spread is easy, many people are getting affected, and the number of severe cases is quite high. I'm giving an example of a patient who was to be admitted early in the day in an ICU HDU. They weren't feeling terribly far off, but then just an hour or so later, now they're looking for a bed and they can't find it. It's going to be quite difficult because it's possible this situation would be extended over the next couple of days. This is where Western countries were a couple of months ago, and just today, I think Brazil is in a most difficult state, and those are countries that have tremendous, much more capacity than we do. And then, of course, it's a question of cost. And so, the most important thing right now is for us to understand that there's reason to panic, there's reason to be concerned, and there's reason to take this matter seriously. So, I want to just check if by any chance anybody has asked any questions. I don't see any on that platform. I want to transition something so it's clear and better centered. And then I also want to look at Facebook if anybody has posted a question. And if there isn't a single question, then that's just going to be that. I will be posting. The title is wrong. If you're watching, this title isn't really what I had in mind. But I've tried to change it without success. So all I have to do is hope that someone is going to ask a question, so then the stream makes sense. But we said a bit late. My intention is to do a half an hour, and we are heading towards the half an hour point, meaning that we'll probably have to do this again. So if you come to this video and have any questions, then you can post them in the comment section. Then I will be able to respond to this in due course. I think the fact that we yeah, the fact I'm trying to see where people are seeing this video that says question and answer session. Yes, so actually it's titled correctly. I think on at least one uh, think at least one I can see Zakayo Nganiliga, that this is a gentleman named after my grandfather. And let me see who the gentleman is. I think it is done, if I'm not mistaken. But the post will only show if done, to if you can proceed to YouTube, that's where the post will read appropriately. And so we're in the middle of a really big surge right now. People may not understand it because it's not being spoken of. It looks like all these paranoid doctors are talking about it. But if you look at the trend, I think in February I posted something about this very early on. I got a bit jittery about it. And now we're in that space where it's actually the situation. It's quite bad. And I want us to I know we are tired, we are fatigued. There's this pandemic fatigue business. It's really affected businesses, and it seems as if this is a never ending story. But then what we really need to do as a people is recognize that, yes, out of every 1,000 people, about 930 are going to be almost fine, maybe a fever here or something there. But then there's a group of people that's going to suffer very severe disease, and this is the group that has the age above 65 years old, those who have chronic illnesses, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, liver disease, lung disease, kidney disease. That was a traditional way. But then this current wave, we are seeing a lot of people who don't have these comorbid conditions and who are younger in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, who are getting severe disease and even dying from the disease. One additional risk factor I didn't mention is obesity. So if you feel that your weight is a little bit above what it's supposed to be, if you're struggling to bring your weight down, then there's reason for you to be a bit concerned and jittery, and actually figure out how, just take extra precautions. When COVID started last year, we were very cautious. Now, when it's real, we're not so cautious. And I say that COVID is behaving quite a bit like that boy who cried wolf way too many times. And so the first time people came and there was nothing. The second time they came, there was nothing. The third time they came and there was nothing. So the fourth time the boy cried wolf, the people thought, okay, it's the same thing. There's nothing. And so they didn't turn up. But then this is that one time when the wolf actually came and hit the boy. And this is exactly what we're seeing. It's very possible that COVID is uh, the trend hasn't really been fully understood in terms of how long it takes for it to manifest. But right now, where we're in the country, it's pretty dire. Please read what doctors are saying on social media and pay attention to, you know, just the situation as it is. I haven't gotten any questions. I think I posted this a bit late. So if you get a chance to see this video, then maybe leave a comment. I will do a subsequent Q&A to answer any of the questions. Most importantly, try and keep those people who are close to us protected, because it's very difficult to deal with COVID. I don't have any other words to explain the kind of challenge that we're facing and to explain why it's a matter that requires all this time for us to address. I'm going to check one more time. I think I can see the live feed from YouTube. So nobody is posting a comment there yet. And I'm just going to check Facebook one more time. And again, I cannot see any new comments. And so based on that, I will be calling this a day. I think maybe just one more comment on the vaccine. Please take the vaccine if you have the chance. And I would appeal to the authorities, we don't have, if you have extra vaccines, if not all the allocated vaccines have been used, then please allow those who want the vaccines, who are in the greatest risk category to have the vaccine. Those above 65, in particular, we start from there. Then we can graduate progressively. So let me leave it at that, guys. I think it's the much we can do today. My apologies for the small technical issues in the beginning. Again, if you've been following me, you know that I've been doing most of these setups myself. I'm also learning a little bit how to do this, which has its own value. But most importantly, at this juncture, let us pay attention to what um, the medics are saying on social media. It's really, really important, and I pray that the ministry catches on, the public catches on, the media catches on, so that the measures become a little bit more robust. I don't mean we close up everything, but we protect those who are at greatest risk. See you guys.